Okay, let's get started. Good afternoon to all, to you ma'am, and to you all my classmates. By the way, my name is Ruben L. Renet. I am third year college. My course is Bachelor of Science in Automotive Technology. And I came from Peñaranda, Kabasalan, Zamboanga, Sibugay. And my motto in my life, if you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. End is not the end. In fact, end means effort never dies. So if you get no, so next opportunity. So let's be positive. So our topic for today is all about compensation. So compensation, there is eight characteristic to be tackled for. I am two reporters to report this subject. So we divide as two reporter. So my report is 1 to 4, and the continuation of this report is to Soriano Jonathan from 5 to number 8. So my report is compensation, HR, human resources, in chapter 11. So number 1, identify the kinds of decision involved in establishing a fee structure. Number 2, summarize legal requirements for fee policies. Number 3, discuss how economic forces influence decisions about fee. And number 4, describe how employees evaluate and fairness of fee structure. So let us tackle of this for problems of fees of compensation. So let's go. So number 1, identify the kinds of decision involved in establishing a fee structure. So organization also must establish fee levels, or the average fee for data, average fees for the different job. So dapat ding matatag ang mga samahan at mga antas ng pagbabayad o ang mga average sa bayad para sa iba't ibang mga trabaho. So these decisions are based on the organization's goals, market data, legal requirements, and principle of fairness. So ang mga pagpapasyang ito ay nakabatay sa mga layunin ng mga organisasyon, data ng merkado, o mga kinakailangang legal at mga prinsipyo sa pagiging patas. So together, job structure and fee level establish a fee structure policy and so on. So sama-sama sa istruktura ng trabaho at antas ng pagbabayad, matatag ang isang patakaran sa istruktura sa pagbabayad. So because pay is the most important both in its effect on employees and on account of its cost, organization needs to plan that they will pay employees in each job. So dahil ang pay ay mahalaga sa kapwa epekto, kung sa Tagalog pa, dito sa mga empleyado at sa mga account ng gastos nito, kailangan planuhin ng mga samahan kung ano ang bayaran nila sa mga empleyado sa bawat trabaho. So pay policies and practices in United States are subject to government laws and regulations. So ang mga patakaran na kasanayan sa pagbabayad sa mga Estados Unidos ay napailalim sa mga batas na regulasyon ng gobyerno. So just as competing businesses may not conspire to set prices, they may not conspire to set wage rates. So tulad ng mga kakompetensyang negosyo ay maaari hindi makasabwat upang matakda ang mga presyo, maaari hindi sila ang kasabwat upang magtakda ng mga rate ng sahod. So understand? So next, so establishing fee structures simplifies the process of making decisions about individual employees by grouping together employees with similar job. So, understand? So, ang pagpataguyod sa isang struktura ay ng pay ay pinasimple ang proseso sa paggawa ng mga desisyon tungkol sa bayad ng individual na empleyado sa pamagitan ng pagpapangkat ng mga empleyado na may katulad na trabaho. Legal requirements, mga kinakailangang legal. Market process or sa merkado. The organization goals, so mga layunin sa samahan. So next, equal employment opportunity. So employers must not base differences in pay on an employee's age, sex, race, or other protected status. So employers must hindi dapat ibabase ng mga employer ang mga pagkakaiba sa sweldo sa edad ng isang empleyado, kasarian, lahi o iba pang protektadong kalagayan. So, hindi tayo dapat magtanaw sa isang empleyado kung dapat ba natin siyang bayaran dahil maganda siya, magaling siya, babae siya, lalaki siya. Ang dapat natin tinitingnan, yung may kaya sa trabaho, yung karapat-dapat na sahuran natin ng minimum wage or may mga special payment or mga yung may lagpas sa oras sa trabaho, yung ayun, may overtime payment. So okay, so no guarantee of equal pay for men and women, white and minorities, or any other group. So, walang garantiya ng pantay sa sweldo para sa kalakihan ng kababaihan, puti at minorya o anuma pang grupo. So, next, comparable work policies. Mga patakaran na hindi maihahambing. The Lilly Leadbeater Fair Pay Act of 2009. Ito yung Act of Leadbeater of 2009. So, this is the regulation. So, under the laws of governing equal employment opportunity, under the laws governing equal employment opportunity, employers may not base differences in pay on employees' age, sex, race, or other protected status. So, sa ilalim ng batas na mamahala sa pantay paggawa sa trabaho ng mga empleyado ay hindi maaari base sa pagkakaiba sa bayad o edad ng isang empleyado, kasarian, lahi, o iba pang mga protektadong kalagayan. Any differences in fee must instead be tied to such businesses related consideration as job responsibilities or performance. So, ang anumang mga pagkakaiba sa bayad o dapat na nakatali sa mga pagsaalang-alang ng mga nauugnay sa negosyo bilang mga responsibilidad sa trabaho o pagganap. So, the goals is for employers to provide equal pay for equal work, job descriptions, job structure, and pay structure can help organizations demonstrate that they are upholding this law. So, sa ilalim ng batas sa pamahala ng pantay paggawa sa trabaho ng mga empleyado ay hindi maaaring ibase ang mga pagkakaiba sa bayad sa edad ng isang empleyado, kasarian, lahi, o pagprotektahan ng kalagayan. So, ang anumang mga pagkakaiba ng bayad dapat nakatali. So, sa pagsalang-alang kaugnay sa negosyo bilang responsibilidad sa trabaho sa pagganap. So, these laws do not guarantee equal pay for men and women, whites, minorities, or any other group because so many legitimate factors from education to choice of occupation affect a person's earning. So, decision about pay. O job structure o struktura sa trabaho. Relative pay for different job within the organization. Kamag-anak na bayad para sa iba't ibang mga trabaho sa loob ng samahan. Pay structure or struktura ng bayad sa pagbabayad. Pay policy resulting from job structure and pay level decisions. So, patakaran sa pagbabayad na nagresulta mula sa istruktura ng trabaho sa mga desisyon sa antas ng pagbabayad. Pay levels. Antas ng pagbabayad. Average amount of organization pays for a particular job. So, average na halagang binabayaran ng samahan para sa isang particular na trabaho. Identify the kinds of decision involved in establishing a pay structure. So, because pay is important both in its effect of employees and on account of its cost, organization needs to plan what they will pay employees in each job. So, dahil ang pay ay mahalaga, kapwa epekto nito sa mga empleyado at sa mga account ng gastos nito. Kailangang planuhin ng mga samahan kung ano ang babayaran nila sa mga empleyado sa bawat trabaho. So, hindi natin dapat na magbabayad ka lang ng walang halaga sa mga empleyado mo. Dapat kung ano yung tinatrabaho o ano yung pinapatrabaho nyo, dapat yun ang babayaran ng kumpanya o ang isang empleyado ay babayaran sa sapat na halaga. So, pay policies and practices in United States are subject to government laws and regulations. So, ang mga patakaran sa kasanayan sa pagbabayad sa Estados Unidos ay napasailalim sa mga batas sa regulasyon ng gobyerno. So, just a competing businesses may not conspire to set prices, they may not conspire to set wage rates. So, tulad ng mga kakompetensyang negosyo ay maaring hindi makasabat upang magtakda ng mga presyo. Maaring hindi sila makasabat upang magtakda ng mga rates sa sahod. So, let's go to establishing pay structure. Simplifies the process of making decisions about individual employees, pay by grouping together employees with similar job. So, ang pagtataguyod sa isang struktura ng pay ay pinasimple sa proseso sa paggawa ng mga desisyon tungkol sa bayad ng mga individual na empleyado sa pamagitan ng pagpapangkat ng mga empleyado na may katulad na trabaho. HR professional develop this structure based on. So, ang mga professional sa human resources ay bumuo sa strukturang ito batay sa legal requirements. O ano yung legal requirements? Mga kinakailangan legal. Kasama na yung business permit, sanitary permit, o yung license to operate your business. Next, market process. Ano yung mga market process na pwersa sa merkado, yung ginagamit natin sa pwersa sa merkado? Yung how to deliver your product, how to deliver to your customer, and to speak about this product, to how to use it and how to improve it. So, the organization goals, mga layunin sa mga samahan, yung pangapatakaran or mga ano yung pananaw nila sa isang struktura o kung paano makatulong sa isang mga mamamayan natin sa nangangailangan ng struktura. So, next is equal employment opportunity. So, what is this? Yung mga layunin sa mga pantay sa pagkakataon sa trabaho. So, pantay-pantay sa trabaho. Employers must not base differences in pay on an employee's age, sex, race, or other protected status. So, no guarantee of equal pay for men and women, white and minorities, or any other group. Comparable work policies. The Lilly Limited Pure Act of 2009. So, let's go to number 2. Summarize legal requirements for pay policies. There are many state and federal laws that regulate the paying of employees, including the calculation of overtime, minimum wage, frequency of payment, and rules of payment upon termination. So, mayroong maraming mga batas sa estado at federal na kinokontrol ang pagbabayad ng mga empleyado, kabilang ang pagkalkula sa mga overtime, minimum ng sahod sa isang empleyado, dalas ng pagbabayad o kailan mo magbabayad dapat nasusunod sa araw ng mga sinasaad ng kumpanya. So, at mga patakaran para sa pagbabayad sa pagwawakas o yung tinatawag na 13-month pay. Ito yung tinatawag na patakaran para sa pagbabayad sa pagwawakas. Ito yung 13-month pay. So, because your business may not subject to both state and federal laws, and primary federal laws being the Fair Labor Standard Act, which are often quite different and conflicting, you should check with the applicable government agencies, your local chamber of commerce, and appropriate financial legal expert of determine which laws apply and how to correctly apply them. So, dahil iyong negosyo ay maaring mapapailalim sa parehong mga batas sa estados at federal, ang pangunahing federal at na batas ng Fair Labor Standard or FLSA na madalas na magkakaiba at magkakasalungatan, dapat mong suriin sa mga naangkop na ahensya ng gobyerno, ang iyong lokal na silid ng komersyo at naangkop sa mga eksperto sa pananalapi at legal upang matukoy kung alin mga batas ang nalalapat at kung paano ilalapat ng tama ang mga ito. Understand? So next, non-exempt and exempt employees. What is non-exempt and exempt employees? So, under the FLSA, all employees are classified as either exempt or non-exempt. A non-exempt employee is entitled to a minimum wage and overtime pay as well as other protection set for in the FLSA. So, sa ilalim ng FLSA o FLSA, ang lahat ng mga ang lahat ng mga empleyado ay inuri bilang alinman sa mga exemption o wala. Ang isang walang empleyado na may karapatan sa isang minimum sa nasahod na dagdag sa bayad sa overtime, karapat-dapat ang isang minimum na sahod at idagdag na bawat sa overtime, pati na rin ang iba pang mga proteksyon sa nakalahad sa FLSA. So, it is anyone paid on an hourly basis is automatically considered non-exempt. However, there can be non-exempt employees or are paid as salary. So, ang sinumang binayaran sa bawat oras na batayan at otomatikong ituturing na walang halaga, gayon pa man, maaaring may mga walang kawalang empleyado na binabayaran ng sweldo. Under FLSA, among state laws, an exempt employee is one whose job and responsibilities more than 50% of the time involve the regular exercise of discretionary power and can be characterized as. So, sa ilalim daw ng ipilisis sa karamihan ng mga batas sa Estado, ang isang walang bayad na empleyado ay isa na ang mga responsibilidad sa trabaho. Higit sa 50% ng oras ay nagsasangkot ng regular na paggamit ng mga kapangyarihan sa panghuhusga at maaaring mailalarawan bilang executive, usually a manager, who direct the work of other employees and has the authority to make recommendations affecting the status of those employees, hiring, firing, or promotion. So, executive, karaniwan ng isang tagapamahala na namamahala sa gawain ng iba ang mga empleyado ay may otoridad na gumawa ng mga rekomendasyon na nakakaapekto sa katayuan ng mga empleyado na iyon, halimbawa, pagkuha, pagpapaputok, mga promosyon at iba pa. Ito yung mga promo. Next, administrative. Ano yung administrative? Administrative, a person who performs office or non-manual work under general supervision and which primarily involves special assignments or requires specialized training, experience, or education. So, pangangasiwaan, ito palang administrative, yung pangangasiwaan. Isang tao na gumaganap ng tanggapan o hindi pansariling gawain sa ilalim ng pangkalahatang pangangasiwa at kung saan pangunahing nagsasangkot ng mga espesyal na takdang aralin o nangangailangan ng dalubhasang pagsasanay, karanasan, or edukasyon. Professional, a person who is engaged in a recognized profession such as medicine or law or in a field of learning what is specialized and predominantly intellectual or creative. So, isang tao na nakikibahagi sa isang kinikilalang propesyon tulad ng gamot o batas o isang larangan sa pag-aaral na nagdadalubhasa at pagkakarami sa intelektual na malikhain. So, let's go to number 3. Discuss how economic forces influence decision about pay. How the economic forces influence consumer. So, various economic forces influence an organization's ability to compete and consumer willingness and ability to buy product and service. The state of the economy is always changing. Interest rates rise and fall. Inflation increases and decreases. Consumer ability and willingness to buy changes. How does the economy affect business decisions? So the economy includes all activities in a country concerned with the manufacturing, distribution, and use of goods and services. The economic climate has a big impact on businesses. The level of consumer spending affects prices, investment, decision, and other of workers and business employee. An organization can make spending decision, spending, or economy. So, organization must keep costs low enough that they can sell their product profitably, yet that they must able to attract workers in a competitive labor market. Workers prefer higher paying job and avoid employers that offer less money for the same type of job. In this way, competition for labor establishes the minimum of organization must be to hire an employee for the particular job. If an organization pays less than the minimum, employees will look for the job with other organizations. So, what is this? What are the major factors influencing pay? Eight factors that can affect your pay. Years of experience. Typically, more than experience results in higher pay. Up to a point. Education. Performance review. number of reports, professional association and certification, shift differentials, hazardous working condition. So, this is the last number for my report. Number 4, describe how employers evaluate the fairness of a fee structure. In developing a fee structure, it is important to keep in mind employers' opinion about fairness. So, after all, one of the purposes of fee is to motivate employees, and they will not to be motivated by fee if they think it is unfair. Opinion about fairness or fee equity. The fee employees' response to their impression about equity can have a great impact on an organization. To decide whether a level of fee is equitable, the person compares her ratio of outcomes and input with other people's outcomes input ratios, as shown in figure 12.3. Typically, if employees see their fees as equitable, their attitude and behavior continue unchanged. If employees see their fee as themselves as perceiving an advantage. Next. Typically, if employees see their fee as equitable, their attitude and behavior continue unchanged. If employees see themselves as receiving an advantage, they usually rethink the situation to see it as merely equitable. If employees conclude that they are under-rewarded, they are likely to make up the difference of one of three ways. This is discussed on the following slide. Employees judgmental about fee fairness. If employees are conclude that they are under-rewarded, they are likely to make up the difference in one of three ways. They might put forth less effort, reducing their inputs. They might find a way to increase their outcomes, or stealing. They might withdraw by leaving the organization or repressing corporate. Employees' beliefs about fairness also influence their willingness to accept transfer or promotion. Equity theory tells of organization the employees care about their peer relatives to what they are earning, that they are feeling the best on what employees perceive, that they are noticed the form judgmental about an organization can do much of contribute to the other employees know and how result that they perceive. Human resources should prepare manager to explain why the organization fee structure is designed it is. The judge whether employee concerned about the structure indicate the need of change. A common issue is whether a classify a job because its content has changed. If an employee takes and more responsibility, the employer will often ask the manager to help in seeking more fee for the job. If the organization researches salary levels and concludes that they are paying its employees generously, it is shown communicate this. If the employees do not know what the organization learned from the research, they may reach entirely different conclusion about their pay. So, employees judgmental about the fairness. Communicating fairness. So, employees' feeling about their peer relatives to others are based on what they perceive. Companies should assume what shared knowledge, include via the internet, makes it easy to gather wage and salary data. Next, number 567 to be continued by Jonathan Soriano. This is the end of my report. So that's all, guys. Sorry for my voice because I have sick now. Thank you for listening us. Thank you. Mabuhay kayong lahat.